16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Let's go now.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then tonight, a good one out in the desert, the Bucs and Cards from Glendale. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here.
And for a while, when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Gay's kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Miami. 57 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Lance. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll go again to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, it's Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The Dolphins at 10-4 on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them, and I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Throwing now is Lance. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Again, it's Lance. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
To throw, it's Lance.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Joe Mixon with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb in there to bury it for a loss of 11. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. They got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now. The field goal.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 13. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down, another shot for Jones. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 85 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Over.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks him. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On play action, Lance.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On second and inches,
Lance. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the... The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, 620, 50. Hey, you block over here. Come on.
On play action, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him.
Nigga, what the fuck was that catch, bro? Fuck. Man be fucking belling niggas out, you heard? That shit crazy.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he works free. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 133 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. And going deep for Hill. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally. But he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
On the set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Up the middle, Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Rodgers again now. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Now Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber?
That's caught inside the 20.
It's a big play there for Miami. 72 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Off of play action, here's Lance.
Steps away. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Trey Lance,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From his end zone, Wilson. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And Lance's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it.
Inside the 20. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch a defense completely unaware that this might happen, this might occur. Unfortunately, somehow they tipped it off, or they were just well coached and on their toes.
26.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had a pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On play action, now Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
A Lance again here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Rashawn Gary getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
On the ready?
In motion, the tight end.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Lance looking to throw it. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do.
Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Jump out. Go to 50.
Here's Rodgers. Toward the pylon, caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Takes it at the 7. So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about, in which they got the win.
Yeah, I thought they were clearly the better team by the end, and they earned this one with a terrific game plan and consistent effort throughout. Only fitting that they had the ball when the clock hit 0.
So for the Dolphins, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.